Hey team, welcome back to the channel. Starman here. It's good to have you back. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Henry, who was the 2019 Pokemon World's TCG Champion. We're going to look at his little quick journey up to fame and stardom and the rise and how he got into the Pokemon TCG tournaments. We're going to be looking at one of the regional tournaments that was held in Australia in 2020 and do a bit of a review. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, smash the like button, and drop me a comment. Alright, let's get into it.
You win
Here we go.
$25,000.
Holy fuck.
25,000 USD. Not bad, not bad.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Pokemon cards are back. Well, they never really left, and the trading card game
They've
is
always
actually
been here.
bigger than ever. There are countless professional
yeah.
championships every single year, and this year we're following Henry Brand, who's the reigning world champion. We're here for his final hurdle before the Worlds in London, the Oceania Regionals.
Represent Australia on your mate from Sydney. I've got a ton of kids at school that have got all the specific cards for different decks, and they go and they battle and they compete in little tournaments at some of the local card shops, which is really cool. Shout out Bowie. He's awesome. He's got a little green deck, green sleeves, organises them, battles. You might be there one day, mate.
My name's Henry, and I'm the current Pokemon TCG World Champion.
Oh, from 2019. Okay.
How did you get
cool.
into playing Pokemon?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oops. Look at that. Trophy. And the card, trainer number 1 trainer. Congratulations, World Championships. That looks so cool.
How did you get into playing Pokemon?
Love that Vice are covering this as well.
I got into Pokemon
Awesome.
as a concept when I was about, I think, 4 years old. I just couldn't put them down, and that's why I learned to read so early. I think I was about 13, and there was an EB Games in the city that used to run some of these tournaments. In 2019,
Nice one.
I took it a little bit more seriously. I played a big tournament here in Oceania. There were about 400 people. I came top 8, and I actually managed to win the next.
That's not bad. Top 8 out of like 400. That's really good. It definitely does help with reading, because I remember as a kid, tons and tons of books, Pokemon books, and I'd read them, and it helps you with your vocab and things like that. So love it.
Championships, and it kind of snowballed on from there. Yeah, ended in the World Championships.
Were you surprised to win the World Championships?
Going into the tournament, I always had the confidence that I could. The level I was at, I felt very comfortable with. I'd been doing very well in tournaments for a long time, but it's a card game, and you can be just as good as anyone else in the room, but it needs to be your day. I played as best as I could have, and no doubt in myself, just had to have a good day.
Obviously, you know, have to know what you're doing with the cards and when to play and what to do. But yeah, a little bit of luck, a little bit of liquid luck can, if it goes your way, yeah, definitely. And matchups as well, really important.
There's a big tournament coming up this weekend in Melbourne. It's the Melbourne Regional Championships. It's actually the final major event for the season.
Look how many people, so good.
Have a bit of a look at what goes on.
Love that it's still a thing.
Phillips presents One Blade.
St Kilda City Hall. I love that the TCG is still so popular. People still heading to tournaments. There's one of the judges or
What's
facilitators.
at stake for you tomorrow?
Obviously, there's fairly large prizes on the line. In terms of the tournament circuit, when you play tournaments, you obviously qualify for Worlds by gaining circuit points, like championship points we call them. I'm very set for those, and so I don't need to worry about that. So those...
They've obviously modified it a lot since the Pokemon League first came out in 1999 with how they earn points through the different seasons. So it is a bit different now, but yeah, you've still got to earn your points through those smaller tournaments along the way to earn those bigger tournaments and those championships.
Those kind of things that normally would be on the line aren't. But at this stage, and the achievements that I guess I've had, it's all pride, right?
Could you explain how the trading card gameplay actually works?
So you have 60 cards in a deck. At the start of each game, you
Yep.
draw 7 cards. If you have a basic Pokemon, you have to put it face down in your active.
See how all their sleeves are the same? I think that's another rule as well, because like the kids at school, they have certain coloured sleeves for their decks, and they're all the same.
Position. You must always have a basic Pokemon in the active, just as in the video games, you must have a Pokemon that you're using to battle. And then you have a bench, which functions as up to 5 Pokemon, which functions as your backup team in the video game. Once that's done, you take 6 cards from the top of your deck, you place them in your prize cards. Every time you knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon by reducing their HP to 0, which you do using your attacks, you then take one of your prize cards. And once you've taken all 6 of them, you win the game just as if you've knocked out 6 Pokemon in a video game.
So this is a bingo show.
Right.
A while ago, a group of friends and I basically thought we have our own little bingo for a tournament. Kind of about funny things that would happen. So if you win the event, or if someone complains about a certain aspect of the game, or just things that we'd been joking about for a while, eventually became this. And so
Make top cut. Stop opponent using supporter turn 1. Reggie attacks turn 1. Get the buy if I had one more turn. Wow. Green Ninja KOs 2. Fail a deck check.
So they will hand them out to people at the event.
That's funny.
You have things like someone says, if I had one more turn, and so it's a little kind of thing that won't happen at overseas tournaments.
The opponent rule sharks you.
Good morning. It's really great to see everyone here. This is our biggest regionals back since all of the shutdowns. Today is going to be...
Oh, true. They would have really struggled through that. That would have been annoying through COVID, not being able to head to championships. And for some of these guys, they'd obviously have different jobs as well. This will just be a little bonus. But if they're wanting to make this like a full-time thing, I don't know how often the tournaments are within Australia or the smaller regional championships or tournaments. But if they're quite often, you would have to be pretty flexible with your work.
A very big day. In the Masters division, we have 195 players.
Oof.
Which means we'll be having 8
Look at them all.
rounds with a top cut to 8.
Masked up, 195. That's crazy.
50 minutes, you may begin.
Oh, look at him, look at him. Magikarp. Be interesting to see what combinations they've gone with.
I played chess when I was a kid, and it's this.
And do they bring their own decks, or are they just given a deck and they've just got to try and battle with that? I think they bring their own.
Same thing. The turn-based and the way you plan out your games. So like in chess, you'll try and plan several moves ahead. Pokemon, the same thing. You always get random cards, right? So it is a card game. There's an element of chance in it. And that element of, I guess, probabilistic strategy is quite rewarding, although sometimes also very...
There'd be some added pressure on this guy as well.
At the same time, and I think that's what makes it a little bit more
Reigning
interesting.
champion.
If I take the slip up, it usually means I've won.
Okay, match slips.
Who are the kind of people that play competitive
That's
Pokemon?
cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's an eclectic bunch. There's people of all ages, of all walks of life. You're just going to see a whole lot of people that like Pokemon and like strategy games.
Are you playing to win today?
No, just here to have fun, just here to have a good time. This is my first time, so I'm a little bit scared.
The atmosphere is good, the vibes are good. I got paired out of like 200 other people with one of my really good mates, and it just hurts because one of us to lose, and it's right at the start too.
And you were the one
that sucks.
Yeah, so I mean, at least I got that, but it felt bad to win.
Unlucky
I'm more
to the other guy.
Because I like the people here, that's why I come back.
Are you nervous to play?
I don't really need to be nervous.
You know
Oh, they've got a junior. They've got a little junior league as well there. That's awesome.
You guys getting paid for this?
No, we don't get paid for this.
Really?
We're volunteers.
Really?
We usually don't offer time extensions for toilet breaks, but we'll do one for this case. So carry on.
Okay. Volunteers, good on him. Volunteering, not getting paid. He wasn't about to let him go for a toilet break because they don't allow toilet breaks usually, but he's letting him go. If he's got to go, he's got to go.
A lot of the judges here, we've been playing the game for many years, and we need to not only how to play the game, but how to rectify mistakes in the game as well.
So you should have 3
Yeah.
cards instead of 2. The problem is the starting penalty for drawing extra cards is a double prize penalty, and unfortunately the way we can't recreate like a randomized hand.
Did you have a spot of drama just then?
My opponent did
Oh,
get a
no.
penalty, and that made me win the game. I was probably going to win anyway, but to win as a result of that always feels a little bit uncomfortable. Now, if I win in top 8,
Thank you everyone who has
Oh, I thought he did the penalty. I'm like, he knows what he's doing. The other guy got the penalty. That sucks.
50 minutes in your round. Your time starts now. Good luck, everyone.
So it seems so far that it's different rounds, 50-minute rounds. Try and compete as many times as you can within the 50 minutes. Don't know. Look at him shuffling away. Love it. This would have been peak COVID. Man, look how worn out their deck boxes are. I love it.
Fantastic game.
So I'm 6 wins and 2 ties, so we're all done in day 1. I'll be back tomorrow for day 2.
Multi-day, okay. 6 wins, 2 draws, not too bad.
How do you think you'll perform today?
Solid.
Hopefully all right. As a little bit tired, concerned a tiny bit about how I'll be able to concentrate. The matchup I've got is ever so slightly favoured for me.
We were just looking at the leaderboard. Who are you playing?
I wonder if they film this and stream it anywhere. That would be kind of cool. Oh, look at this. Match points. Opponents, their win percentage. How often they win. And their opponent's win percentage. That's really cool. This was in 2020. Okay, so a couple years ago. Yeah, wow. Henry Brand, that's our guy. He's second at the moment. Kaween Kababe is in top position at the moment due to their higher win percentage. They got 65%.
In the first round.
So I'm playing Christian Hasbani.
I've actually played Henry a few times before. It's always been pretty even games. I've won against him a few times. He's won against me.
It's not to a point where I'm like super confident, but I'm also not confident, I guess. So we'll see.
Jeez, this will be a tough game. Here we go. Both chalked up wins against each other before. Pressure's on.
And unfortunately, I lost.
Oh, he lost. Christian.
It's a card game. But to go a bit further, all the players are good. No matter how well you play, you need to get a little bit lucky. You need to have a...
There it is. Christian Hasbani went through. Kaween, who's top, went through as well. It's the first seed. Christian 7th at the moment.
Wasn't quite that today. So a little bit defeating.
I just beat Henry Brand, world champion in top 8, and I just secured...
Geez, that'll be a feeling. So Henry obviously won the championship, the world championship the year before, 2019. And then this is in 2020, so that's annoying that he lost. But hey, that happens.
I travel all to the world championships by beating him. I really can't wait.
What a scalp. What a scalp.
18 packs, which is pretty on the low side for tournament winnings.
Do you sell them?
If I don't need them and they're worth a bit of money, yeah. Otherwise, I'd usually just give them to people who need them.
How important was this event to you?
In terms of the actual circuit, not that important. And I've already got a free trip back to Worlds. So really, this was just for the prizes today.
So he's got a free trip back to Worlds already for the World Championship. Perhaps because he won the previous one. Maybe you get like a easy shoe-in.
Obviously a little bit of glory,
Dunno.
so it could be worse.
Your ego will recover.
Hopefully.
So that's it. The regionals are done.
That's really cool. Absolutely love that. Awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, looking at a bit of an insight into how it plays out and what happens at those regional tournaments with different players. Love that an Aussie had previously won it in 2019, which is really cool. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, give the video a like, and drop me a comment, let me know what you thought. Alright, Starman out. Peace.